I'm Stephanie Shaw, head coach at Allen High School, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation, what it do? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You Got Next, a platform that is about to give exposure to the voices of tomorrow. We are talking to rising stars in our community who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today, Kevin, we about to level up. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got it in the building. We back home now. I don't know if you knew this, but the show's filmed out of Dallas, Texas. And it gives us no greater pleasure but to introduce one of the dopest powerhouses in the area, Stephanie Shaw, head coach of Allen Eagle basketball. How you doing today, Coach?
Man, I'm so excited to be here. You guys are awesome. Love the energy. Love the level up. So ready to talk some hoops?
Yeah. We're about to go to a whole another level today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if this is your first time watching the show, we first and foremost want to say thank you for checking out our platform. I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the Louisiana animal. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside of my partner in crime, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
B. Jones, I'm cold. It's cold in my house. That's why I had the hoodie on, and I told Coach I was going to take my hood off, and then once the cameras came on, I still have my hood on, so I may have to run lines for that, B. Jones, but I'm feeling great, man.
Brother, we're going to be running a lot of lines here based off of Coach Shaw, man.
Because of you, and I got to bring you in with me so you can run lines with me as well. You got like 3 seconds.
Hey, a few lines ain't going to hurt me, though. I promise you a few lines ain't going to hurt me. I probably need them, Coach Shaw. Hey, well, we're about to get to Coach Shaw's amazing journey of how she got to the point of where she is today. But before we do, we got to pay the bills. If this is your first time rocking with us, like I said, we here. This is y'all our people. Dallas, Texas, show us some love. We need y'all to do us a few small little favors on the count of 3 in Sports Life Talk tradition. The first thing we need you to do is like this episode so the algorithm can get the rolling and we can give Coach Shaw some exposure and this platform some exposure to people who may not even know we exist. And then secondly, we want you to hang around with us. We got over 300 episodes of You Got Next. It's something in there for everybody, and we want you to become a part of our family because we don't do fans, we don't do followers, we do family members, and we want you to become a part of that. So smash that subscribe. When I say smash, I mean hit it with with some attitude, put some stank on it. You know what I'm saying? Smash that subscribe button. Here we go on the count of 3. Coach Shaw, is the Eagles ready to rock with us?
We ready to go.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Welcome to the SLT family, Sports Life Talk Nation. Welcome to the family. We love y'all. Hey, I'm your big cousin now. I'm your play cousin. But without further ado, let's get right into this thing. Let's talk a little hoops today. Coach Shaw, are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
I am so ready. We'll see if I can get through it.
All right, let's go.
All right, Coach, initiate you into the SLT family. You got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, well, I'm a country fan artist, so most people probably don't know who this is, but Zach Bryan, he's an up-and-coming country artist. And then Sugarland.
Sugarland? I know Sugarland.
Yeah, they're making a comeback. Turnpike Troubadours and, got to throw a little Lumineers and a little Taylor Swift in there. So, yeah, I'm a country artist.
I knew just about all of those except the Turnpike. I haven't heard of the Turnpike.
Okay. I'll send you some music and then you'll be a fan.
I can't wait. This is going to get me hyped to play a game? Am I gonna be ready to run through the run these lines, coach? After I listen to Turnpike,
so we'll see.
All right, B. Jones.
What you giving?
This is the season of giving. You know, we got Thanksgiving, so you got to give a 5. You got to give a 5. All right, so coach, you official now. Your top 5 is solidified.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so give us some of your favorite sports teams.
Okay, well, funny story. It's going to be the Dallas Wings now because the new head coach, Latricia Trammell, was the assistant at Oklahoma City when I got out of college and was a GA there. Took me under my wing, taught me the rope. So I'm really excited to see what she does at the Dallas Wings. And then Texas fan, you know, Coach Schaefer does a really good job defensively. Pick up a lot of his stuff. And then I'm going to have to go high school coaches. Man, I got some really good friends that teach me a lot. So 𝐥𝐤𝐤 at Timberview, Jordan Davis at Lake Dallas, and then Rochelle Vaughn at Memorial. So big fans of other coaches that we have a really good support system. So those are my top 5.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go Superwoman though. We got to go woman power here. Just anticipates all the things and just has the strength to take everybody under her wing and make things better. And that's what I try to do. So definitely Superwoman.
I know you're making us better already, so you
ain't lying. We leveled up already.
Yes, sir.
All right, since every superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I think just because it's our theme and what we do, it's level up. Like it hit me one day when I was driving and taking the Allen job. I knew we had some great players that were gonna be seniors, and I was like, man, how do I get these kids to be where their feet are? And I had heard a podcast about leveling in first before you level up, and so it's definitely what I feel like my theme is this year too. Is like, hey, be where your feet are, be extremely good at what you're doing, and then, you know, the next level will come when you're really good at what you do. So, for sure.
And speaking of feet, I should have brought my heater up here, man. My feet are cold. All right, Coach, on behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you to our family. So, B. Jones, please take it away, man.
I'm on a new level. Is that the song you're talking about? I'm on a new level.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who is that, man? ASAP. I can't think of that guy's name. Oh man. Schoolboy Q or somebody, I can't remember. All right, coach. Well, let's take this thing back to the beginning. Let's go back. Let's take this thing back to Plainview, Texas, where you began hoping. Now, it looks like you had a nice little prep and collegiate career. Like, so when did you fall in love with basketball?
You know, it's funny. My mom tells me that she had to lie about me being older than I was to get me in. Like, played 10. I think I was 8, and she was like, "Hey, yeah, she's 10. She'll play." I think she probably did it. I had single mom. Probably did it to keep me out of trouble. And then found out I was pretty good at it. So my mom was a great support system. Took me all over the country growing up. And then Danny Wren was my high school coach, and he was amazing. Over 700 wins. I think he might actually have 900 when he retired, but we won a state championship my senior year, and it was all credit to, he's produced a lot of coaches out of Plainview, Texas. So I'm just one of those that was lucky enough to have him.
Now, I ain't Plainview. I'm showing y'all love with this one, but you got to tell us a little something about Plainview, Texas. I've never heard of this city, and I live here in Dallas, Texas. So where's Plainview, and what are they known for?
Okay, they're basketball. That's what they're known for. So Plainview is in between Lubbock and Amarillo. So most people know where Lubbock is because Tech. It's about 45 minutes.
I know where Lubbock is.
Okay, so I tell my players this. I'm like, we were really good at basketball because there was nothing else to do there. We did not have. We added volleyball my last year, so there was no soccer, there was no softball. Like, basketball was the only thing you did. So that's what we're known for. I can't say that we're known for. I think the only other thing would be Jimmy Dean's from there. So some Jimmy Dean sausage.
I was about to say, when you say Jimmy Dean, I start salivating.
Yeah,
that's all I know Jimmy Dean. I know Jimmy Dean. You know what I'm saying?
Now you know where Plainview is.
Shout out to Plainview. I know y'all full right now. Jimmy Dave rocking with Plainview. All right, so now you are a hoop star. You had a nice prep career, but then I'm looking at the coaching resume. It's very impressive. When did you kind of make that leap, or what possessed you to decide, hey, I want to lead these young ladies and I want to be a coach? What was that transition like for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I was in college, I came back to Wayland Baptist, and one of our community members like, hey, can you, I'll pay you if you'll do some lessons with my kid. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a college kid, need some money. And then hey, like, what about coaching a team? So I coached the AAU team, and just absolutely, like, my sophomore year in college, I had no idea what I was going to do next, and just fell in love with it and just went from there. And I've been so lucky of the positions that I've had. So it's just one of those level in, get to level up, and I've been lucky to be where I'm at. So.
Now you kind of teased it a little bit earlier today. You talked about Coach Trammell. Now, do you know who _𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤 is?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny because I was going through your social media, your Twitter, excuse me, and on your Twitter you copied a post from _𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤, and the only reason I'm mentioning her because _𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤 actually came on You Got Next about a month and a half ago. So Kevin, has her show already aired? Have we already aired the _𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐤
show? You can watch
show?
it now on our YouTube page.
Well, she's the one that you copied her tweet about Coach Trammell, and I thought that was pretty cool. It let me know that everything happens for a reason, right? But I want to highlight on that because you and Coach Trammell, did you guys work together at OCU?
Yeah, so my GA year, she was the assistant there, and like I said, I was fresh out of college, didn't move to a big city, Oklahoma City, had no clue what I was doing, and she just took me under her wing, and she was one of the most dynamic coaches, fired up all the time, loved defense, and just taught me the ropes. And then I left to go back to Wayland. And when she left OCU, I actually had a chance. It was either going to Oklahoma City to take her spot, or going to be her assistant when she went to Western State. And it was just one of those, paid a little more at Oklahoma City. Like, we've been friends ever since. And, she's had a fabulous career.
Yes, she has. But I want to mention, because you guys, I guess you and Coach Trammell and some other outstanding coaches, y'all raised hell at OCU. I'm looking at some of these Rutgers coach 32-4, 31-6, 28-5, 32-3. Y'all are a certified problem. Tell us a little bit about this OCU team.
Yeah, well, and what's funny is I played against OCU in college, so a couple of them wins they got were against me. It's like, hey, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So, yeah, OCU is known for just getting transfers to D1 level, and I think, I was an assistant there for 6 years, and I can't even tell you how many D1 kids we had, but it was just so that year I was a GA. We went to the Final Four, and our kid got hurt, but we had a kid that got drafted in the WNBA. So, to cut your teeth at OCU and be able to be around that much talent was just
right.
It makes you a better coach, right? It makes you look better when you have players like that. So it was really fun to be an assistant. Rob, he was a great guy, and then having Coach Trammell be there, and it was just, again, a great experience for me to learn. It was the only time I was an assistant, so to be around great players. It was funny because we played Hebron yesterday, and one of the players from OCU's assistant over there, I was like, man, you're making me feel old, like you kid still. So
Well, Coach, so you found a lot of success there. And most people would be like, oh, you went to high school after college? Most people would consider that a demotion. But let me tell y'all, if y'all are not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you don't know where Allen and Allen Eagles are, who they are, I'll just say from a football perspective and a basketball perspective, they got players who are playing on the next level right now. This is one of the most elite schools as far as sports-wise and academic-wise in the DFW area. So this is, in my opinion, this is a promotion, right? It's former NFLers that took over the football program, and now you get the opportunity to lead this program. So tell us about the call to come to Allen, and how did that all transpire?
Man, yeah, being a college coach, I was an assistant and then a head coach. And then one day I was like, man, like being a college coach is tough. It's all the time, every day. And like I said, I had one of the best high school coaches, and I would go to games and see high school games. And I just knew it was eventually that I would end up there. And I've loved it ever since. I've had a couple people ask me, would you go back to college? I was like, no, like recruiting all the time, kind of like my summers and my breaks, the little bit that I get. But, Allen is one of those jobs. When it came open, it was just, okay, like, let me throw my name in the hat there. I know the softball coach that's here, and she just said amazing things, and knew a couple people that had worked at Allen and said the admin was absolutely amazing. And then when I interviewed, it's funny, I tell people, like, when I go to interview, I'm interviewing you to see if it's fit for me too. And it was just,
right.
The admin, they're absolutely amazing. Kim Garner, Jeff McCullough, the ADs do a great job. And then Matt Russell, our principal, just so supportive. And it just makes my job easier when you have that support and you're around people, that want the best for you and will do whatever. Every situation's not like that. Every high school that I've worked at, isn't like that. So when Allen came open, threw my name in there, and man, I've been really lucky with the players and the families that have been here. So we just got done hosting a tournament, so a little tired, probably got some bags under my eyes but it was successful, really fun. So yeah, Allen's just one of those jobs that hopefully I retire from here, because I don't know if there's a next level unless it's going into admin after this.
Well, I got to give Allen some props because, I'm a football. See, on this show, I'm the football guy. I love football. Kevin is the basketball guy, right? He coached basketball. He loves basketball, but he supports football. I don't want to drag him, but he supports football.
You do it all the time, B. Jones.
But I'm going to say this, Coach. But I'm going to say this. When I think Allen, I thought football immediately, right? But I saw this scene. I mean, this scene gave me goosebumps. It was a scene, I don't know if it was senior night or what was going on, but it looked like Allen Basketball Arena had 20,000 kids up in this thing. They had these cell phones, the lights was off, and they was rocking. It was absolute crazy. I said, this is Allen Basketball? I mean, like, I shout out to the student body at Allen, because this scene got me wanting to go to a game. I want to go see what Allen Basketball is all about. But tell us a little bit about the Allen support, the school base, and what can we expect to see if we were to come sit in the gym on a Friday night and watch your ladies play some basketball?
Yeah, I think the video you saw was one of our pep rallies, and my first year, Allen, I was like, okay, and I was blown away. Man, they get into those pep rallies, and we've had two home games, but one true one. And we haven't played with the guys yet, but I was even shocked at how many students were there just for, like they always show up for the guys game, but I'm really excited to see when we get into district play of how many students show up. I mean, our community shows up, and we have I think we have one of the best gyms in the country, and we're excited to see how many people we can get in there. So I don't know. I can't really tell you because we haven't had a true home game with the boys yet, but I've heard that it's pretty good. So you guys will have to come.
All right, now, Coach Shaw. Kevin talked about the running lines, but I got to do you. Like, you got this very pleasurable disposition, and but I can also see I don't know if it's something right there, look like a little horn coming out, right? I don't know, but I can also see Coach Shaw as the disciplinarian. Tell us a little bit about your coaching style, and what does it take to turn Coach Shaw into superwoman?
Okay, man, that would be a good question for my players. I think that it's all about relationships and building that relationship with the players, getting to know them and letting them know that, I love them not just outside, like in basketball, I love them outside. I want them to be successful when they leave here. So try to build relationships with them. But I have extremely high standards. Like my kids know not to be late, toes behind the line. Like we want to do things the right way. We talk about culture. We have culture protectors and culture points all the time. If a kid falls down, we can go to pick them up. We have big on core values and what we do. So what will set me off is, if we're low energy in practice, or like a kid walks or I don't know if you came to our tournament, you probably saw me got fired up with some officiating calls, but for the most part, I try to have a calm demeanor, and like sports are one of those exciting things, and I've had my time where I got to be fired up and excited. I try to do a lot of my coaching in practice and then just let them play. But every now and then you'll see me get a little fired up. My players would say in practice, I probably do more so than in games. So
all right, Coach, what put on the spot real quick.
B. Jones, before you say something, the fact that she said when they walk at practice, gosh, they used to run me hot. But you got to do everything with a sense of urgency. And if they walk to like the line, we just going to run even more. So
sense of urgency. Our players would hear that a lot. So,
well, Coach, I'm going to put you on the hot spot right now. This is going to be kind of rough for you. But Kevin, my brother, he's infamous for this story he told me. I received a phone call at about 9:00 one night. Kevin was he was furious. He was mad. I'm like, Kevin, what's going on? Did y'all lose? He was like, no, I got a technical foul. So, Kevin told me this story about getting a tech from the referees, and y'all got to go back and look at it in the archives. It's a great story. But, Coach, I want you to tell me your technical story. Have you received a technical foul by the referee, and tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, man. Okay. So, I haven't in a long time. I would say the last one that I can remember. When I first was a head coach, like, it was a bunch of tech. Like, it was almost like I liked to get it. You was
Draymond Green. You were Draymond Green at first, huh?
Yeah, but this is what, my 12th, 13th year being a head coach, and now it's like if I want a technical, like I know obviously how to get one, but I get really close to that line and then turn around or say something pretty funny. But I think the last one I got was my very first year back in Texas when I was at Byron Nelson, and we were up 20, and we're up 20. It was my second game at Byron, and the refs just, we don't play the scoreboard. I tell my players that, and I tell the officials that too, and they just stopped calling it. And some of our thought it got a little rough, so I might have made a, comment, didn't yell, just made a comment. So I got a technical. I think that's the last one I've had though. I try not to, because here's the thing, like officials it's hard. I'm really good friends with a lot of officials, and I think that's helped me understand that it's rough. Coaches are rough. So I try not to. Of course, every now and then I'm going to let them know what a great job they're doing. But for the most part, I'll toe the line, but I haven't gotten a technical in probably 5-6 years. So.
Well, all you officials out there, don't watch Sports Life Talk Wednesday night show at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, because we rip officials. We go above and beyond on the officiating. No, I'm just playing. All right, Coach, last question, and we go get to some fun. If you had to spend a week with anybody, dead or alive, and you just followed them for a week, you ate with them, you got to learn from them, who would that person be? And it doesn't have to be basketball. It could be anybody. If you got 1 week with this individual to learn from them, who would it be?
Man, that is a great question. Trying to a whole week, like do I get to pick where we're going, what we're eating?
You get to shadow them. Like let's just say if they live in their lives, you get to follow them, you get to hear they quotes, you get to learn from them. If it's a basketball coach, you at their practices, you know what I'm saying? You get to see how they lived for a whole complete week. Okay, I'm going to have to, my mind automatically goes to like an Oprah but like I'm going to say Gino Auriemma, because man, I would just love to sit in on his practices and then his staff meetings, and, just to see his daily routines of how he does things, because obviously, he is extremely successful, and he gets players to play hard. And, you see his videos of, he can just be real about talent and playing hard. And I would just love to see how he does things on a daily basis. So I just hope his food selection's really good, because I'm a foodie. So. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're a foodie. I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite me, because Coach, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we compete. We go 1v1, and you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played Would You Rather before? I have. Okay, so then you know the rules. You ready to play then? It's very simple. Both of us will present to you an option. You select one of those options. Whichever one you select, that host gets a point. The first host will get 2 points, so the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And Coach Kevin is on a high right now. He won the last game. And so he is the defending. Oh, you know what? I crushed you the last game. Oh my God. I forgot I crushed you the last game. So I'm the champion. So I get to kick this game off. Here we go. Round number 1. Coach Shaw, would you rather coach a player that became a coach and won a ring and say, I learned it in the Stephanie Shaw blueprint? I'm following the recipe that Coach Stephanie Shaw gave me when I played for her. Or
coach a player that makes it to the WNBA, gets drafted number 1, and credits you for their success.
Dang, that is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go drafted number 1.
Oh,
because we probably won a lot of games with that kid. You know what I'm saying?
You see how you did your coach? That's wrong. But yeah, you won a lot of, if you have somebody that drafted number 1 in the WNBA, of course, they probably led you to the state title.
Hey, and they're probably sending some money back to Allen, you know what I'm saying? If they're a coach, they probably ain't got any money to send back, so just you gotta think all this year.
Okay, not a good start, not a great start, but it's okay. You're learning the game, Coach. We warming up. All right, come on.
Round 2. Would you rather win a district title 5 years in a row with a shot to make it to state, or
you in the state championship locker room before the game? You don't know if you're going to win, lose, or draw, but you at state. You led them girls all the way there, and you on the precipice of making history.
Well, funny, I've actually been in the state tournament in Oklahoma, state finals, and lost in overtime. So I would love another opportunity to take a team to the big stage, and obviously I can handle not winning it, but there's just something about being at the state tournament, having that opportunity that I would love for the kids to experience, because I have as a player and as a coach in Oklahoma. So just, yeah, for sure, no matter what the outcome was, I would choose state for sure.
Of course.
That is the correct answer. See, now we cooking. Now we cooking on this show. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Round number 3. Would you rather take over your alma mater and have a Hall of Fame career? You go down as one of the winningest coaches at a school that you wore the jersey for, or
go down as the winningest head coach in Texas high school women's basketball history?
High school.
High school, of course, BJ.
Mine is college.
Yours is college. Okay. I'm gonna have to go high school. Alma mater, like that'd be hard to do. That'd be hard to do at Wayland Baptist. So it'd actually be hard to do at Plainview, because Coach Sprins won a lot of the courts named after him. So I'd have to be there for like 50 years to get as many wins as he did. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go high school.
Oh man.
The belt. Wait,
thank you so much, Coach. I think B. Jones, you won how many in a row? 2? Was it 2 in a row?
Yeah, it's okay. Listen, y'all are out there, and I know y'all rock with the mouth of the South, right? Watch the next show, because I'm taking it back.
Allen,
get it back.
This is for you, Allen. This is for you.
Yes, love it.
Go ahead,
B. Come to a game, do I get to wear that?
You know what? You can wear my belt. I'll bring it to a game. You can wear this belt. So I got to get it back for the next show, because I'm going to win it too, though.
Okay, deal.
Oh, my goodness. Collusion. All right, Coach. Well, the title of the show is Sports Life Talks. You got next. So everybody now rocking with you at Coach S. Shaw on Twitter. What does the future hold for you, Coach? Give us some short-term and some long-term goals of what SLT Nation can expect.
Man, just to make Allen the powerhouse that, it can be. It's, we got some players, and we got the facilities, we got the admin, we got the community, the parents, is just to make it a place where players want to be and people want to come watch. And we've tried to do a great job this year putting it out on social media and highlighting our kids, because we got some of the best kids in our program right now, and we want, our kids to stay in our program. So just to highlight what we're doing, because we feel like we're doing something special at Allen. And then long-term goals is just to keep that going here. Like I said earlier, there's not the next job. We have a bunch of head coaching friends, a big group of us, and we talk about, hey, like what's next? And I'm like, guys, like this is it. Allen's the job. So hopefully I can stay here for a long time and just create this family atmosphere and highlight what we're doing here. So I don't know what my next step after coaching is. I'm a big faithful person and know God's taking care of me in a lot of ways. So just leave it in his hands. So
any big games that's coming up that SLT Nation need to come check out that you like, hey, this one, hey, we circling this one on the calendar and we need all y'all to come out?
I think we got a really tough district. So I think Little Elm will be a really good game. Mm-hmm. Little Elm and Braswell. Those are two big games. I watched Little Elm over when they were in the Mavs Classic and we're like, man, they got some players that can go. So we feel like we got some players that can go. We feel like we got we can score in all 5 positions. So I think that game will be one that will be a really good one. We played Monterey this weekend, and they got some kids that can go. We're the team that's played them the closest. But that was a really good game. I felt like our team rose to the occasion and kind of showed ourselves how good we can be. So.
Yeah, well, I'm about to get the Little Elm head coach on so I can win championship round. And then,
oh my God.
So,
all right, Coach. So do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, I have been lucky to have just amazing friends that are also head coaches. I kind of mentioned them earlier, but there's a group of us that are, we support each other, and we, think women should, support each other. And so shout outs to, these are all head coaches, Rochelle Vaughn at Memorial, Jordan Davis, Lake Dallas, Kit Kyle, Timberview, Brooke Britton at Mansfield, and then used to be my varsity assistant at Rock Hill, but she's now the head coach at Marcus, doing a really good job. And then Katrina Robinson, she's in Irving. And then, we're all head coaches, but we also have assistants that are amazing. And Beth Talent at Highland Park does a really good job. And we just have a really awesome group that we share ideas, share things that we do. And I know I'm leaving people off the list. Long at Mesquite Horn. It's just an awesome group of females that support each other. And, if we play each other, it gets a little intense. But afterwards, we'll talk about, hey, like, I didn't even need that play that you ran that scored against us. So shout out to those guys. And then, like I said, Latricia Trammell, Dallas Wings, really excited to go watch what she does with that program. Just surrounded by greatness that makes me better.
All right, whenever you talk to Coach Trammell, let her know I'm a diehard Wings fan.
Yes, we are.
All Wings. I'm all Wings.
Yes. So hopefully we'll hear some of those names again, B. Jones, when I ask this question. So, Coach, this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want y'all to do the same. With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game balls to? So please mention all of them again, please.
I think Kit Kyle at Timberview, she's done a really good job. When I came back to Texas, she kind of took me under her wing and just has helped me with all the things. So definitely her. And then, Jordan Davis at Lake Dallas, Rochelle Vaughn at Memorial, Whitney Long at Mesquite Horn. Like, all of those guys have such a great story and such a great coaches and even better people. And they do it the right way. So I think you can get any of those guys. I mean, I'll text them right now and tell them they need to be on this show because you guys are doing a great job. And it's fun to be on here.
So, Kit, what was it, the coach name again, Kit?
Kit Kyle, Timber.
Kit Kyle. Text her now and tell her we'll see her in a couple of hours at the Dixon game. Because what's funny is I keep hearing that name. A coach from Oklahoma that we're going to have on 'YOU Next, who will meet today, said, hey, I'm going to introduce you to her. You guys got to get her on the show. So, yeah.
There you go.
And also Brooke Britton. You mentioned Brooke Britton. She's *YOU Next alumni, so we've already had her on the show.
And she mentioned Coach Robinson from Irvin. We had her scheduled, but something happened, so we got to get her back on the show.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell them all. Like, in the group text, we're all in the group text, so I'm going to tell them. They all got to be on here.
Just type in "you got next." That's gonna be crazy. Hey, Coach Shaw. Hey, you are super impressive. I love it. I love it. I love it again. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. We're gonna be rocking with you. We definitely coming out to this little Lamb game. We're gonna blow the roof off of that joint. But Coach, you are elite. You are transcendent. You are a difference maker and a trailblazer. Coach Stephanie Shaw, you got next. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation. Oops, we did it again. Dallas Fort Worth, show us some love. If you're still rocking with us, we're giving out some free t-shirts. Go to our IG page at Sports Life Talk. Tag in 5 friends. Help us grow the show. And also, and we're going to send you a free t-shirt. So just let us know your address. And also, if y'all see us in these streets, we're going to be at games. I'm telling y'all, we're going to be out and about. Wings games, UTA games, Allen Eagle games. We coming. So if y'all see us and you see the You Got Next hoodies on or the Sports Life Talk hoodies, y'all come shake our hands and just say, hey, we checked y'all out. We would love to shake hands with y'all. And come hang out with us Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. So if you smash that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that bell notification and you will be notified when we go live. And it's a fun show. It's not just talking about sports. We talk about shoe release. I'm a sneakerhead. We talk about pop culture, all kind of stuff. It is a fun show where you get to watch me roast Kevin and you get to interact with us. And lastly, the last thing I'm asking y'all to do, I know I'm begging. I'm like, Kevin is like Keith Sweat. I'm like, Bobby Brown. But listen, oh my God, smash that share button and send this to somebody. Somebody out there need to hear this show. Somebody need to learn about Coach Shaw. I don't know what it is about it, but she got an infectious energy about it. So please help us to grow the show. Send this show to somebody else. Share it, and let's keep this energy running pipe hot. Kevin, congratulations on your win, sir. I know you over there feeling yourself. I saw you stick your chest out a little bit.
I'm not even cold anymore, man. I'm all tingly inside, man. Thank you, Coach.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, Kevin. You are the assistant coach because the real head coach is down below. So I'm just saying.
No problem. So, Coach, if you need to play against 2-3, I got a play that you can run that works every time.
Hey, we needed it yesterday, so draw it up for me.
All right, B.
All right, Coach Shaw, we thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to come out. Allen Eagles, y'all stand up, represent. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.